All right, guys, thank you for watching this video. This is just an intro to a coaching call that I had with some of the students inside of the program. Basically, in this call, we go over genuinely creating content, how to find hooks for contents, as well as what it takes to just create a quality hook for a video, whether it's on short form content, long form content, even for written content, right? As well as we go over a few different things about grabbing the attention of people through your content. And then obviously we go over creating that content and how to just create trust through that content and what it takes to create trust through your content and why it's important to have trust when you create content. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to hit that like, make sure to hit that subscribe, and of course comment any questions that you have below. And anytime you want, feel free to hit me up on Instagram if you have any questions about anything. You should also be able to just book a call through the call link down below. So yeah, guys, enjoy this one.
All right, sweet. Can you guys hear me still?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sweet. Yeah, go ahead. Ask your question again, Syed.
So I just want to know how to find a content hook for a content as a growth specialist for every business.
Yeah, so are you saying find or create?
Create.
Okay.
No, first we need to find how to find a content hook for a content as a
Yeah,
growth specialist.
so you don't find the hooks, you have to create them. Now, basically, I think you're asking how to find the information in order to create the hook. So I'll say it's not effort you put into finding a hook. What you need to do is really understand what you want to talk about or what you want to create, right? Because you can't find a hook. You can find a hook on anywhere. Like I could find a hook on YouTube. Like I can just search a topic, look at the most popular videos. Those are my hooks right there, right? So there's lots of ways to find hook, right? Let's say you want to talk about construction. You just type in construction on Google or on YouTube or on any Reddit, Quora, even ChatGPT, right? You just type in the topic, see what comes up. From what comes up, the most popular or the things that come up first are going to be hooks that work. So what you can do, use those exact same hooks or create your own leveraging what they had. Because last time, I remember I told you guys, a great hook includes these six attributes, right? It's how, it's the six things that come to asking the questions. So who, what, where, when, why, and how, right? If you can have that at the start of anything, it's going to grab someone's attention.
All right. All right. So my second question is, as a growth specialist, what are all the activity we supposed to do in other business?
Yeah. So your main focus is marketing and lead generation, right?
All right.
It's really just creating as much attention for that business as possible. And while leveraging, your appointment setting skills to book meetings for them, right? And there's a few different ways that you guys can create attention and generate attention. And the best way is through content, right? This can be regular videos, right? VSLs, communities. It's literally creating a source that they can pull from, which is content, right? When you create content, and what I was just telling you guys is leveraging content that changes people's beliefs, right? So like my YouTube videos that are getting people to want to work with me, just like I'm going to be creating a community that's going to get people. It's a free community. People are going to want to work with me. And then when I have an appointment setter, book a call with them, they're going to be more than welcome to hop on a call because they've already trusted my business so much that they trust that we can get results for them. Now on that call, when they hop on it, they'll just say yes if they agree to the price. So your job as a growth specialist is to make the process from getting someone's attention to them becoming a paid client as easy as possible for that business owner. So lead generation and marketing is where your main focus is as a growth specialist. You can help them in other areas of their business, but the lead generation and marketing is the moneymaker.
So basically, we supposed to run any Facebook ads or something like that to generate the leads.
Yeah, you can do that as well.
All right, fine. And as a growth specialist, what are all the things we supposed to research for the other business?
And when you say research, what do you mean?
What I mean is like if it is something coming to the business part, okay. So what are all the things which we supposed to research, and what are all the things we need to get updated to the employer and with us?
So you're saying things you need to know about the business and from the business?
Mm-hmm,
Okay. So you guys should find this in the program in the getting clients section.
mm-hmm,
In phase 3, it's going to
mm-hmm,
be called the hiring script. So
mm-hmm,
in that script, you're going to see every single question to ask
mm-hmm.
the business that you need to know about their business in order for you to best do your job so that you can find um, solutions for that current problem, right?
All right,
And so, yeah,
all right, fine. Is it done?
yeah, it's there. It's in phase 3.
All right, cool. And the fourth question is, what is the minimum charge we supposed to charge to the person as a growth specialist?
You can charge them, I mean, whatever you want. There is no minimum. It all comes down to your confidence and what
So
you believe you can deliver.
yes, if I'm going to charge as a $5,000, so
Mhm.
what are all the deliverables which I need to deliver, and what all the value we supposed to give?
Yeah, so price and value, I mean, it really depends on what they're going to perceive as valuable, right? So
Okay.
to someone else, me charging them $5,000 for,
Mhm,
let's say, YouTube growth and management, they might not see it as valuable for depending on the stage they're at in their business. Whereas
mhm,
somebody else who's at a completely different stage, they're going to be
mhm,
like, man, I really need this. And $5,000 is such a great price that I'm
mhm,
going to pay you. So for value, it's not
mhm,
dependent on how much you're giving them. Because I can charge $1,000 for YouTube management. I can
mhm,
charge 5,000. I can charge 10,000. It
mhm,
depends on who you're working with
mhm,
and what you believe you can deliver at that price. Now, yes, you can add a lot to that service so that they're
mhm,
like, man, you're giving me so much for so little.
mhm,
But it really depends on you
mhm,
creating a roadmap, showing them
mhm,
why paying you
mhm,
$1,000, $5,000,
mhm,
$10,000 for
mhm,
this specific service
mhm,
will benefit them, right? So, like
mhm,
for Mike, when that deal I closed,
mhm,
me charging him what I charged him, I could have
mhm,
charged him way more. I could have also charged him way less. The
mhm,
difference is I had to paint a picture of
mhm,
why him
mhm,
paying us this much was going to
mhm,
benefit his business, not just in
mhm,
the short term, but also in the
mhm.
long term.
All right, cool, cool. And so, what are all the things we supposed to deliver as a growth specialist? Deliverables.
You can deliver anything I just stated, anything that revolves around marketing. You can do paid, you can do organic, you can do just focused on like the more you specialize on one thing, like I'm going to be showing you guys a few different things, but the more you
Mhm,
specialize on one thing, the more you
mhm,
can charge. You can also be
mhm,
a generalist and work and do multiple things for one client. But the
mhm,
more you focus on being a specialist at
mhm,
one specific thing, let's say it's Facebook ads, let's say it's YouTube ads, let's say
mhm,
it's um creating content that changes beliefs. Let's say
mhm,
it's, you know, what's another one? Let's say
mhm,
is organic outreach. Let's say it's email
mhm,
outreach on
mhm,
just working from, you know, B2B businesses. The
mhm,
more focused and specialized you become
mhm,
at one thing, the more you can charge because you
mhm,
are, it's like a doctor that is focused on brain surgery versus
mhm,
a doctor that can do everything.
mhm,
Because that one that's focused on brain surgery, he can
mhm,
charge you as much as he
mhm,
wants because you know he's a specialist.
mhm,
Versus, let's say, a doctor that can do everything tells you that he can also do brain surgery. You're going
mhm,
to be like, I'd rather work with the person that is a specialist at brain surgery than the
mhm,
person that can also do brain surgery. Does that
mhm.
make sense?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. Any other questions, side?
All right. There's the five question I have. That's it.
Awesome, awesome. Um, yeah, George, go ahead.
While you guys were talking, I was just writing out some scripts
Yeah.
for content I'm going to create.
Sweet.
Can I read them out to you?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just gonna read them out normally. Second one I'll probably read out more intensely.
Yeah, go ahead.
But so for
Well, first,
the
what are
fight.
they for?
So first one is for tickets. Second one is content for popularity, if that makes sense. That will get a
Okay.
reaction, that one. First one, all right. So I'll say is I'm fighting March 4th. These are the tickets to the fight.
Mhm.
I've reduced the price so I can get as many people to have a live night.
Is that the
No
entire
time wasters,
script,
please.
or is it just the
Basically,
opener?
yeah. That's an opener, basically, but I want to see if I can improve it to
Yeah.
get as many people to come as possible. I don't really care about the money. I could have just said, oh, it's £35, but I personally I just want a live event. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm not trying to make money, although I could, but
Yeah.
um, but yeah, what do you have to say about that? How could I
Yeah.
improve it?
So I would number one, tonality is everything, right? Because I
Mm-hmm.
could say, yo, guys, I'm about to have a fight on X, Y, and Z date,
Mm-hmm.
and it's free, show up. I could
Yep.
say it like that. It's like, yo, guys, I'm about to have a fight, and it's like the biggest fight ever, and it's gonna be happening on this date.
Mm-hmm.
And if you
Mm-hmm.
missed it, too bad, right? Like
Right.
tonality is everything. So for me,
Mm-hmm.
so here's my thought process when I'm creating content. Before, like especially short form, because it's easier to create short versus long. So when I was creating short content on TikTok, first, what's the end goal? Okay, my end goal is I want them to be really excited, or I want them to see me as the person that's going to deliver what I'm promising in my piece of content, right? So it was for
Mm-hmm.
dating content. So here's what they're going to get from this piece of content. So this is the end goal in mind. I
Right.
want them to want to work with me. So my thought process was, let me work backwards. So just like I told you guys how to do business and systems, work backwards from that piece of content, right? So you want them to sign
Mm-hmm.
up or at least to come to the event, right? So that's the end goal. What's going to make them want to come there? Is it going to be just the fight? Is it going to be what the fight is about? Is it going to be how long the fight is going to be? Is it going to be who's going to be there? What's going to be there? Right? So now you're kind of like, okay, I can talk about these different things inside the video. I can talk about these different things. I can put these in my background, right? So now you're giving yourself the headspace to think more about what you need to have in that specific content.
Mm-hmm.
Now you work on the hook. You need to spend. This is from Mr. Beast, right? Dude said he spends so much time on headline and thumbnail because you can make the
Yeah.
greatest video ever, but if no one clicks on it to watch it, there's no point. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I just wanted to interrupt you. The second one I was gonna say, this is gonna be some sort of motivational content. I was gonna say the time is now. Actually, I'll get that term right. The
Is it
time
a
is now.
video or is it text?
Yeah. It would be a video. The time
Okay.
is now. Let me repeat that. The time is now. So obviously that's just a taster, but that I believe will get your attention. The time is now. Let me repeat that. The time is now. You see, that I believe will get a reaction, and then I'll just elaborate from there. You know what I mean? Does
Yeah.
that work? Do you reckon that would work? That would get attention.
Yeah, dude, again, what's happening in the video, right? Like, because
Mm-hmm.
I could say it with as much emotion as possible. Like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
the time is now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me repeat that. The time is now, right? So it's like I be
Environment.
exact. My environment doesn't matter, like, but I'm so animated that it's like
Mm-hmm.
you're like, well, what's now? The time is now for what? You know?
The
So
time is now.
exactly,
Let me
like
repeat that. The time is now. And
exactly,
then
dude.
intense eye contact or whatever. Yeah.
Dude,
Okay.
it comes
Okay.
with practice. You'll
It
start to
does.
pick up on it, man. Like it comes with
Yeah.
practice.
I think I'm naturally like in tune with it in a
Mhm.
sense, but you know, progress is progress. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
100%,
the
man.
more you do it, the better you get it.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Sweet, sweet. Byron, what's up, bro?
All right. Is it all right if I share my screen real quick?
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, give me a second. I was just like, I just want to show you like what I've like observed. So can you
Yeah,
see
I can
this?
see. Yep.
All right, so these are just gaps. This is how much I got left to do for today for
Yeah.
60. But so this is my thing. So I've got some gaps because that's people who like the message didn't send through. So I got
Yeah.
like not interested. I got one link sent. The highlight means it's inbound.
Yeah.
But what I've seen like through all my messages and this is from my accounts, by the way. And
Yeah.
then these are your accounts. This is your
Yeah.
account here. And there's a lot more going on in your account here
Yeah.
than what's happening in my account because my account looks pretty like just message sent all the way. Like a couple non-interested, a
Yeah.
couple links sent, but no books called. So I don't know why that is because you know I'm like posting content and I'm like trying to do it. Like I'm outreaching quite a lot now because today I've got I think 20 more left till 60. I
Okay.
might do a bit more. I'm not sure, but
You
I'm
follow the
trying.
people,
Um,
the
but
people you message.
I don't.
no, I don't.
So
No.
the main thing is authority, right?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously it matters who you're messaging and why you're messaging them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mhm.
and some people will consider it luck, but you want to erase as much luck as possible from the process because everything is systems, everything is numbers, right? And I have a lot more authority on my account than you, right? And so because of that, people are gonna one, they'll trust me more. They'll they may not trust me, but they'll be more open to responding because the number one thing I think I told you guys is understand what's going on to someone through someone's mind before they look at your profile, before they like the first thing they see is a message in their request, right? This is on
This is
Instagram
why I want
specifically.
to become more popular with the content I produce. That's
Exactly.
what I was trying to do. Yeah, go on.
And popularity plays a role, but not so much, right? Now, yes, if you have a verification check, that's awesome. I don't have one, right? Now, the first thing they see is you and your message in their request box. Now, either they like your message so much that they just accept without looking at your profile, but what they're gonna do next is look at your profile and see whether or not what you're saying even makes sense to them, right? Or maybe it doesn't, maybe you're not even using a cold pitch, maybe you're just saying, hey. What they're gonna do is again look at your profile to see if they even want to respond to you, right? So now ways to get more authority when someone looked at your profile, you want to make it so that they trust you based, let's say you're cold pitching, you want them to trust you, right away. And the best way to do that is number one, what's in your bio, because they're going to look at your first, they look at your profile picture, then they look at your bio. Well, they'll probably look at your follower account. That doesn't matter. Like, you don't want someone who's focused on your follower account. You want someone who's actually gonna pay attention to what you're offering. So the people that care about what you're offering don't care about your follower account. That's one thing to understand. And then
Mhm.
they look at your bio, they read your bio. Now, once they're done reading your bio, it's like, okay, this is interesting. Now they're going to look at your profile content, right? This is why content plays such a huge role because it will create trust, it will create authority, it will create respect, right? So now, what type of content are you creating? What does it look like? If they read it, is it going to make them trust you more or is it going to turn them away? If they watch it, is it going to make them at least want to give you a chance or is it going to make them turn away, right? So now, again, you want to leverage the content on your profile, even if it's just pictures of yourself, to create as much authority as possible. Like for me, you'll see on my profile, I have pictures of me. I'm sitting on a stage. I look really professional. I even have old pictures of me when I was in high school, just posing, and I have pictures of me playing soccer, right, football. So all that it shows people I'm a regular person, I'm a relatable person, but I also have my professional business life, right? And right now, I'm about to ramp up the content. I'm going to be posting a lot more content. I'm about to be posting a lot of video content. And the purpose of that is to create as much trust, not just on me, but trust around what I'm offering. So the more I talk about appointment setting and being a growth specialist and my specific service, like, because here's the difference. I don't need to generalize. My thing is I want to be as specific as possible and speak to a specific person, right? So the more I can specialize in, hey, look, appointment setting, growth specialist, or combine them and just speak on growth specialist and what it matters, what it means, the more they're going to be like, huh, this is a really clear picture. This is a really clear thing that this person is going to help me with, help me do, right? So the more focused and specific your content is on a specific thing, the more it will benefit you, right? Like me, I'm also going to be posting quotes, right? But the quotes is just to get attention. It's not so much to convert someone into trusting me. Whereas the content that's actually going to be like, hey, this is what appointment setting is. This is what being a growth specialist is. This is how to do it. This is that. The more of that content they see, the more they're going to be like, huh, okay, this person, maybe they know what they're talking about. Now I'm going to respond to them and see what they have to say. Go ahead, Byron.
All right, yeah. So I understand that. So would you say that you know the small little bits of content that I'm posting, so like the stuff like I think you might have watched it, I don't know, the most valuable advice, like that one, and I know you liked the POV 2022 and then 2023, that one, and stuff like that. So is that good? Would you say that's good content to be posting as well as the content with my face?
Yeah, dude. Like, the biggest thing I did at the beginning is mixed content. So I didn't just post on one specific thing. But again, my goal, right? The thing is, what's your end goal? Always have your end goal in mind. At the time when I was mixing content, my main goal was to get attention and to grow, right? Versus now, when I post content, all I care about is people becoming clients. I want my content to convert people into paying clients, right? Or into prospects, right? That's the main goal of my content. So for you, you need to ask yourself, well, what's the main goal of my content? What do I want? Do I want popularity? Which is, there's nothing wrong with popularity because that will create more authority, right? For some, like, people will see 1 million followers. Even if you're scamming them, they'll still be like, yeah, dude, I trust you because you have 1 million followers, right? But when you realize that a lot of times the people with millions of followers, they aren't even making money. They just have 1 million followers. They could have paid for those followers, right? So, you know, it really, again, what is the end goal? And then create content around the end goal. Because if you're just focused on giving value, people are going to want that value from you. Like me, I'm just focused on giving value on my YouTube videos, right? And then maybe later on, I switch it a little bit and I focus on grabbing attention. Like Alex Ramosi, what he did for like 2 or 3 years was just focus on dropping all his expertise and as much knowledge as possible on YouTube for free, right? Even now, he's not charging for that stuff, but now his content is more focused on grabbing attention, right? He's not focused on just value anymore. Now he's focused on attention and value, but it's way more attention than value. Whereas if you look at Alex Ramosi's old content, it was just value, 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 value. And you're just like, man, this guy knows what he's talking about. This guy is awesome. Like, I just want to work with this guy. Versus now, he just cares about grabbing as much attention as possible because guess what? Attention is currency. Me right now, I'm focused on value. In the future, when I can afford to have a massive team of content writers, content producers, like in-house team of video recording, like they just record me and they do everything for me, I'm going to be a lot more focused on grabbing attention while still giving value. But my main focus will then be attention because guess what? Attention is currency, right? So right now, you're at the early stage. You can either make up your mind to go all out on grabbing attention, or you can focus on what's going to create long-term longevity, which is creating value now getting people to like you because of the value that they're getting from you, whether that's just you, a day in a life, like, dude, a day in a life as an appointment center, a day in a life as um a 14-year-old growth specialist, a 14-year-old appointment center. Like, that's content. That's like, I forget her name, but she was a dancer and she created a vlog every single day. She never missed a day. But guess what? Now she has like millions of followers that buy her stuff like that. She drops a clothing brand. She drops this. She drops that. I'm going to be on this. I'm going to, like, they're super fans because what she was doing spoke to a specific audience. That specific audience fell in love with her content because of that. And so, guess what? Because she was giving them the value of what it was like to be a dancer, a professional dancer, every single day. She, even if she was tired, even if she was injured in the hospital, she recorded a vlog every single day. And she's never stopped. Even now, she says she's never stopped. So that fan base that loves her content, guess what? They respect her for that, right? So for you, it's either you create content focused on grabbing attention. There's nothing wrong with that. Or you create content focused on creating clients, or you create content focused on grabbing value and giving value. Because guess what? If you give so much, people want to pay you back in return. Whether that's buying your programs, buying your services, buying your products and clothing brand, clothing line, whatever it is, they want to give it to you because you've given them so much, right? So is there any other questions? I gotta go in like 3 minutes.
No, it's cool. Yeah, I appreciate the answers to my questions there. I'll take that into account and I'll try and like improve my content, keep adding more content. I'm staying consistent with it. I'm adding one a day. Actually, I've been adding more than one a day actually. So I've been staying pretty consistent with content. I'm hoping that keeps it up.
Awesome.
I'll try and post better content.
So, dude, better content comes with repetition. The more you do, the better you're gonna get. And guess what? A month from now, you've probably posted so much where you're just like, all right, I'm gonna just record a video without even scripting it. You know?
Yeah.
George, I think you were saying something.
Oh no,